Whoa. Oh my gosh. What did we witness? Need to let that sink in. I mean, what in the... You're muted. Unmute yourself. Oh, there. Oops. We're waiting on Derek here, but what? I've never seen anything like that before. Like the video game move worked. And is that the fastest lap we've ever seen on? Is that the fastest lap in Martinsville history?
Yep. Rodney Childers tweeted it out. It was like 18.45 seconds.
I mean, what? I was shocked at what I was seeing. I could not believe when Denny Hamlin choking errors. Well, I think he just got bested. Like I don't. Denny Hamlin, that last like stint was incredible. Like literally started side by side with Ross and said, "I'm out of here," and it was what a great run by him. And then I didn't realize that Ross was literally ripping the boards. And I was like, he just beat Hamlin? What the hell what did I just see? I could not believe my eyes.
I tweeted it
sarcasm,
out.
Gotcha.
The guy that made a wild stunt at Indy pulls off this at Martinsville. I mean, he's got bags of tricks we don't even know.
It's like he's like the Paul Wolf of drivers. Like he just is thinking like something else. Like who even thought to like just put it on the wall and stay on the gas? I didn't even think about that. I mean, we saw it in like, I don't know. I'll tell you what, man.
Dude, it's crazy.
Oh,
and now he's competing for a championship. So him, Bell, Chase, and Joey, talk about a very dynamic championship 4.
I'm in shock.
I think all of NASCAR gambling Twitter, NASCAR Twitter, it's a good day for the sport. We're definitely across social media right now, so that part's good. And my goodness, and Rory Picks, one of our guys, he's at the racetrack. He said that happened right in front of him when he went into the wall there. So my goodness, what a race!
What a crazy race! Did you get some Chris Bell?
I got Chris Bell 10-1. Yep. So
nice.
Which about 5 minutes ago, it hit me that he won and I cashed that ticket. But I'm thinking Chastain, I had a Denny Hamlin top 5.
Yeah, boy, your luck. Your luck with your picks has been terrible. I mean,
yeah.
How does Denny, like, he doesn't finish top 5 there? Are you kidding me? The car that he had today?
It's horrible.
Oh, man, it's brutal. Horrible. What about, I mean, so who do you make? Who do you make the favorite then? Like this week?
So I think a favorite probably in our world would be Logano. I think maybe the books come out and make Chase the favorite, betting favorite, just from hold. But yeah, so I would say Logano right now. But I mean, I kind of want to invest my money in a guy that's willing to do whatever it takes and rip it around. I mean, we know, and I need to pull it up, but did Ross finish second or third here back in the spring at Phoenix?
Yeah, I don't know.
My memory kind of wants to say that. We know how good Christopher Bell, you and I talked a little bit this morning. Christopher Bell in short flat tracks has a really good record. I mean, that guy came from 20th position, rallied up through the field. Really impressive stuff from him. Chase, finally getting back to a place where he's won before, won a championship 2020. Joey is just a championship contender year after year. It's amazing. It's a really good championship four that we get to talk about. But who would you,
Yeah, so just off the top of my head, obviously everything's going to be odds based, right? I'm not going to make a decision here based on what I like. I can tell you right now that those playoff guys that are in, right, are really happy that Denny Hamlin's not in that race, because I think you make Denny Hamlin the favorite for sure over Logano heading into that race. So I don't know, man. Chris Bell, he just finds a way. It's like, and it's crazy because this season, you've had some inconsistencies with the Toyotas and then Bell included. Yep. But man, when they're fast, they are so much faster than everyone else. But when they make mistakes, they just aren't able to recover. Like this, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. Chase Briscoe, they're showing him right now on the TV. What a race, by the way, out of that kid. Like, I'll tell you what, if it's a very different scenario if Larson doesn't get pinned in by Brad. Yeah. And Larson gets out and then he's able to hold up Chris Bell a little bit more. And I think that there's a chance that the 14 could win that race. But the fact that Larson kind of got pinned back there and then the 20 was able to get by both of those guys really quickly. Yeah. I mean, it was that Briscoe had no chance. But I'll tell you what, it was a great run by that team and really unfortunate because who knows what would have happened. I mean, he went a lap down, got his lap back, drove back up to the field. I mean, a really good run, an impressive run by the 14.
A really good run, yeah.
They had no choice but to, I guess they could have taken 2 tires, but then they wouldn't have won the race off pit road, so because other guys took 2 tires. So then they're still restarting, they're restarting 4th or 5th, and they don't have that buffer of Cole Custer. Like, gosh, if Cole Custer had anything to I thought that he was sitting good. He was like a second clear, and then you have Custer in second place. It's like, okay, there's almost just all he's got to do is block them. And then the next thing you knew, you blink and Custer's in 4th, and you've got guys with fresh tires just hunting down your teammate.
Man. And we've seen before with Custer blocking at the Roval. So that was going to play out perfectly. My goodness. I'm in shock. I've never seen. I mean, we've seen glimpses of that. We saw it at Darlington last year. I want Larson, and we've seen some glimpses of something like that. But it looks like they're going 70 miles an hour the entire time we're watching it on TV. And then you get a guy going all out through the turns, and you really see how fast they're going. Well,
are we going to see that? Like, are we going to see someone do that from now on? Like the last lap at Martinsville is now just put it on the wall. Because if Briscoe does that, he wins, right? So, like or Blaney or Larson or anybody puts it on the wall, they win right there. So is this is NASCAR going to have to do something about that?
That's a good question. I heard Ross did say he was hoping, he was committed to it. I think he said the lap before he was committed to it. And he was just hoping that there wasn't a wall opening that he was going to clip. And we've seen that at Bristol a couple times where that wall,
then you run the risk of a terrible accident.
Correct. Yeah.
Well,
I'm thinking too about safety. We've seen the hits where these guys are, their heads are jarred in there. What that must have been like. And I know NASCAR is the technology now, and we kind of saw a little bit of it.
What's his in-car look like? I mean, does he turn right into the wall?
Man,
I don't know. I thought it was shocking. Like, I had to do a double take. Like, what just happened? Because it wasn't like the announcers didn't say that Chastain's, he's up on the wall. Like, they were just kind of like, all of a sudden he passed Denny Hamlin. He passed 4 cars and ran the fastest lap in
What is Denny
Martinsville.
Hamlin thinking? Like, he's like, I got this, and the spotter probably doesn't have enough time to even tell him, Chastain to your
How do you even
outside.
say that? Like, how do you say that? Like, Chastain is passing everybody? I don't know what you say.
1 lap to go. Chastain's 15 cars back. Get to the checkered flag. Chastain outside.
Yeah, exactly. And then he ran a clean lap. I just, what a crazy, kind of speechless. I
agree.
But you had a good race. Yeah, you did all right.
I mean, yeah, I had Chase, Denny, and Bell were my only 3 outrights. I wanted to add a little bit more throughout, but then Bell got out to the lead. Books made him at minus money. So I just kind of sat back and just let it be what it is. Blaney was my anybody kind of but Blaney, but then obviously caution. So yeah, I mean, I was net positive today, which is good. Back to back, solid weeks as we get ready for Phoenix. Just to have enough to really enjoy, maybe put a little bit something down, but. I know you and Todd talked about on the Stay Green podcast what maybe was 11 weeks ago. I think it was right before Darlington. You talked about a 20-1 maybe on Christopher Bell as a championship potential on the pod. So that's alive and well.
Yeah, there's a guy on here that's talking right now that has the Chris McCarley. I remember last year I told him to bet Bell just in case he wins the championship at like 80-1 or something like that. And then I had him not bet him this year. So I'm going to hear about that as well.
Wow.
I mean, looking forward, I think Logano gets it done unless Chris Bell has he'll have an average. I feel like he'll have an average week, but something about Chris Bell, like he learns throughout the race. Like Chris Bell at the start of this race, he was like picking up some spots, but then all of a sudden tires started to fall off. It's almost like he's learning so quickly. He's like AI. Like,
yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
I mean, it's just. And we have nothing to go off. It's not like he has a massive history at Phoenix, especially in the Cup Series. He was really good in the Xfinity Series there, arguably his best track, in my opinion. So I kind of anticipate him to be good. I hope that they open the odds. If we can get like an 8 or 9-1 on him, I just think that they're going to open everybody at 6 is kind of what I think. And then the next guy will be 15-1.
6 was kind of my thought. Those 4, and it's like, all right, everybody's just betting these guys.
I mean. I think Kevin Harvick last year, if I recall, was the only person that didn't race, like was kind of even the only person that was able to break up that top 4 at Phoenix.
And then
don't think that'll happen this year. If any, but who knows? The playoffs have been very different this year than they have in years past, and it's going to be that shoulda, coulda, woulda for that 14 team because he was good enough to win. That's too bad.
I agree. I thought he might get a little bit more aggressive. I mean, he raced Bell really clean. But I thought maybe he would get a little bit more aggressive, just kind of forcing that issue. But again, when you're racing a guy that's 4 tires and you have no tires, you're not catching him once he gets ahead unless you really pull a Ty Gibbs and forget the brake. So
forget to brake.
Yeah. But no, it's gonna be really interesting. I had another point I was going to say, but I forget what it is now. Oh, we're going to be seeing all week about, teams switching guys around pit crew wise. So everybody's going to have the best guys. I anticipate the 18 teams pit crew going to the 20 pit crew. And unless they want the 11, do you think anybody wants the 11 pit crew?
I don't know. People talk about pit crew. Like, I know that it's really, obviously it's massively important, but I just don't know that like a 1-week switch is going to make that big of a deal. I mean, I'm sure this is where trolls will come in and say like, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about," and I'll just fine. But
it was
like
more just for information. It was just
I just don't know. I don't know that makes a big enough difference in my opinion. Like to switch a crew. Like I would rather have the guys I've been with all year than just But I don't know. There's a reason why I'm sitting here talking about it and I'm not at the track.
Now, yeah, you sat in Cole Custer's pit box. I know you. Yeah. You're gonna if you saw what you saw down there, and you're like, "There's a faster team over here. Let's get them over here."
Maybe
we need to get you in the command center of one of these races. Like, experience that.
Well, we'll see. Well, you're coming in town tomorrow and play some golf.
Yep.
And then Yeah, exciting week at Phoenix. I think, who are you going to see in the Truck Series? Who are you going to see win that?
Well, I mean, I think Ty Majeski, you got to say, he's had 4 or 5 weeks. He's been the only the only truck that has had opportunity to really prepare for that race while these other guys were racing. They're trying to get in. I mean, he won at Bristol, and then a non-championship guy won at Talladega, and then he won again at Homestead. So that truck, that team, Ty, Mark Harris, Skybox NASCAR, said he likes Ty because Ty works on his truck. So that he's been working on that truck, Phoenix truck, for months now. So I had to get that in there.
I think Majeski, they've qualified well in their short track program. You know, he was good. He was really good at Richmond to kind of the start of the race. Yeah. I don't know. There's more fall off at Richmond than there is at Phoenix. The restarts will be interesting. Right? What's that?
Different surface?
It is a little bit different surface, I believe.
Richmond's a lot more
abrasive.
Yeah.
There's going to be more fall off than at a Richmond than there will be.
What about Xfinity? I've made 2 Xfinity bets all year. I just don't bet Xfinity because I'm so focused on Cup and Truck. So what do you think about Xfinity? Allgaier?
Not Ty Gibbs.
not Ty Gibbs.
Not Ty Gibbs.
We know that, so that helps us out, right? Well, we know that.
Yeah, I don't think Ty Gibbs is going to win the championship. He doesn't. I mean, he probably kind of deserves it. Him and Gragson probably deserve. I guess nobody deserves anything in life, but you get what you get. But I think I don't like the way that things went down yesterday. Obviously. No. I think you have to make Allgaier. I like Allgaier. I know that he doesn't have that short run speed that Gragson has, but if Allgaier's gone out there and beat Kyle Busch straight up, you can drive. And I don't think a lot of those other guys have done that, especially when just imagine if you put Kyle Busch in the 54, like he would win all the time, like in every single race or every single Xfinity race. And Allgaier beat him straight up, one of the last times that they both raced there in the Xfinity series. So I expect Allgaier to be good. I'm actually just looking at those prices right now. Plus 425 on him just to beat Gragson, Gibbs, and Barry. And I kind of like that. I'm not going to take it yet. I'd rather watch practice and qualifying, but I think Allgaier, I think you're kind of right there. And then my pick for the championship, I guess I'm going to stick with Bell. Why not? It would be. Yeah. Kyle,
I think you'll convince me on Bell. We'll I might just throw a little coin on that, and then we can celebrate that. And I know it's not as
well. Yeah. I have some 22-1 on him. So
I know you do. So that's what I'm saying. I got to get in. Yeah. So it's like, hey, Chris, look what we did.
Exactly.
Look what we did.
Kyle, your Briscoe bet looked really good. The funny thing is, I forgot. Oh, look at Worldwide Wob. Will be convinced. Boy. So I think Bell, but I forgot that I had the 14 to win today. Like I had him at 35-1, and I completely forgot. So here I was like, man, how am I going to make money at the end of this race? My matchups were winning by 3 and 4 laps, so I didn't really have to watch those. And I was like, oh man, wait, I got to root on the 14 here. And then I had the 14 in matchups, and so I'm like, okay, just not what happened yesterday. Just finish the race, keep all 4 tires on it, stay on the lead lap. I don't know. I'm looking forward to watching Bell bring home the title, and
it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. I can't wait to come out, hang out, and really handicap this thing. So it's gonna be a really, really good time. I can't wait.
All right, man. Well, cheers. I'll see you tomorrow. Let me know that everything's on time, and everybody will see you next week for the pre-race poll. Hopefully going to be live from the track at Trackside. That's the plan. That's hopefully the plan. So
that's cool.
Hopefully I have some hecklers in the crowd that I can just dismantle.
I will.
I hope I get booed.
Huh?
I would love to get booed.
I'll walk around. Don't worry. I'll walk around.
I'd love to get booed.
Here's $5. Just boo this man. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for giving the last pre-race poll or pre-race or post-race poll.
Post-race.
Cheers.
It's been a while.
All right.
Cheers.
See you guys. See you, boys.